If you like to make your NFL games a little bit more interesting, you've come to the right place. It's the Even Money Podcast with Ross Tucker and Steve Fezzik.
Yeah, Vegas, baby. Vegas. It is the Even Money Betting Podcast. He is Steve Fezzik. I'm Ross Tucker. I can't believe it is week 9 in the National Football League already. And Steve, I got to tell you, I'm feeling a little bit down after both those teaser legs for me crapped out last week. It's amazing how much of a difference it makes when that happens. Obviously, we had 3 of the teaser legs came through easily with the Bills, the Eagles, and the Patriots. I mean, easily, all 3 of them. The Falcons just laid an egg, putting the Falcons on the banned list, Steve. The Falcons are on the banned list. Falcons and Saints, I am done with them. I hate both of them. I've lost so much money this year on the Falcons and the Saints that they're both on the banned list now for me. But the one that really hurt was the Niners. You know, on Thursday, I took the Niners. Somehow we missed Texans-Niners on Tuesday's show last week. So Thursday, when I saw the Texans were favored by 1.5, I made the Niners my 5th teaser leg. You know what's crazy, Steve? That takes it from, if I just had the Falcons wrong, that would have been 3 teaser legs were right, 1 would have been wrong. So I would have been, for the week, I would have been minus 1.7 overall. But you add that 1 more teaser leg that failed, the Niners, for the week, I was down 11.7 units. You didn't jump in on that with me smartly, so you were down 1.7. So for the week, for the year, I'm down 6.6 units. You're down 11.7. But the reality is, with us being graded on these teasers at minus 125, if it's not a winning week, if we don't get them all right, it kills you.
Thus the rub. It was a lot easier to win. Remember, teasers for years and years were at minus 110. And now we're laying minus 125. And so think about the perspective of that. That is a 7% difference in your ROI, Ross. Paying an extra 15 cents. 7%. That is going to have massive implications on the bottom line at the end of the year. You have to really like a teaser to play it.
Well, especially at 2 units, right?
Well, I'd say at any units, you know, you're still, and historically, you know, playing the long teasers has been profitable, laying minus 120. So that's why at minus 125, if we like it, we should still play it. But at minus 110, it was just so much easier to win.
Unbelievable. No wonder why they're not letting us do it anymore. I will say this. I have several buddies that, you know, whether they use a bookie or offshore, or there is another legal sports book here in the United States that's minus 120, that they tell me they still get it at minus 120. But because DraftKings, our sponsor, is minus 135, we're kind of trying to meet in the middle there a little bit, minus 125. We'll start, Steve, before we dive into our Week 9 bets. We always do a quick recap of how we did the week before, so you can keep track with us and keep us honest with our bets. As a reminder, Grades does an unbelievable job with his spreadsheet. It's a beautiful thing I'm looking at right now. Patreon.com/RTmedia, where you guys can become Tuckheads members for less than $10 a month, and you can see all of our bets. You can see, look, for each week, you can see our outlay, return, balance, ROI, strike rate, best bets, line, totals, teasers. You can see that stuff for year to date. Now you can see all of Steve's props and parlays. You can see all the teasers. I mean, it's formulaic. It's thank goodness for Grades, by the way. He is amazing. So that's patreon.com/RTmedia. And then Thursday, of course, we'll do the props, the parlays, the line moves, and Dr. Chow, who's been extremely valuable this year. Think about him being the first person I heard anywhere that said Lamar Jackson might not play. That was last Thursday. That was Thursday morning. Friday, Lamar Jackson came out as a full participant. And Dr. Chow still had said, I don't know. Harbaugh's tricky. Well, listen, Dr. Chow was all over it. By the way, pretty good chance Dr. Chow will be my Saturday sit-down on the Ross Tucker Football Podcast this week. All right, Chargers, Vikings, Steve, we both leaned Vikings getting the 3 points. They got annihilated. Wentz has shoulder surgery. That game was not even close. Bills, Panthers was a teaser leg. We both went in on Bills minus 1.5, 2-unit teaser leg. They destroyed the Panthers. Giants, Eagles, we both went in on the Eagles as a teaser leg minus 1. They hammered the Giants, so that was looking good so far. Jets, Bengals. Now, we didn't have a bet on this game, Steve, but I want to give you a chance to retract your Aaron Glenn statement after he went for 2 late in the game, down 8, to give them a chance to win the game.
Yeah, great move by Aaron Glenn. I'll retract it. Embraced analytics there. However, and Ross, I got to be careful because your brotherhood of announcers, I know you got to be careful with what you said. The announcer, I think it was Archuleta and his partner, and they do a great job broadcasting, but we need to have a meeting during the summer because they're befuddled at the idea the Jets would go for 2 down 8. A basic strategy analytics move that everybody knows is correct. So I would say if there's a couple of things every announcer should be given a crash course on is the analytics, and that's one of them. That obviously it's advantageous to go for 2 down 8 late in the game. And the second thing, I see this every week. A player catches the ball, he gets both feet in, he falls to the ground, and the announcer's like, I don't know what they're looking at. They got both feet in, and it's like, well, they're looking at whether they control the ball and bobble it, guy. You know, it's like, and they just, announcers just don't seem, they think about, do they have they're looking at the feet and not at the control. But really, it puzzles me why the announcers struggle so much with, these decisions to go for 2. And they're always, it's funny, they're so negative about it. It's like, why would you do that? Drives me crazy.
Browns, Patriots. We got a lot of good stuff going there. We had the over 40.5 for 2 units. Thank you, Dylan Gabriel, for that late touchdown pass to Njoku. Needed that one bad. And then the Patriots as a teaser leg. That was awesome. Bears, Ravens. How about the Ravens still scoring 30 points without Lamar Jackson? We had nothing on that game because of the uncertainty. Dolphins, Falcons. The Falcons were laying 7 points. We took them in a teaser leg to minus 1. Steve, they lost 34-10. The Miami Dolphins, I thought, had maybe even quit on the season. And they just came into Atlanta and destroyed. That will go under the radar because the Falcons aren't like that good of a team. But that was some any given Sunday stuff right there.
Falcons are a great running team, and Miami can't stop the run at all. And the Falcons got stuffed on every run. I still can't figure it out.
I will say, in fairness to us, I don't think it would have made a difference. But last Tuesday, we did not realize that it was going to be Cousins instead of Penix Jr. That we did not think that was the case at all. Honestly, that wouldn't have changed much. I would have thought Cousins would play well. I wouldn't have changed my bet. Let's put it that way. Did it change the line, Steve? When the Cousins
London
news came
being
out?
I mean, obviously, we would have been less enthusiastic about playing it, but I thought it was a fundamental matchup, and it wasn't.
Texans, Niners. I was puzzled that the Texans were favored. I loved the consistent Niners as a teaser leg up to 7.5. And if Mac Jones doesn't throw that interception on first down with 2 minutes left, I still cover. And my whole week is different. If the Niners just get that teaser leg, my whole week is different. Mac Jones, it's first down, and he throws an interception right to Lassiter. You didn't go in on that with me, Steve. I was surprised by that, but you had a feeling about those Texans.
Yeah, I liked Houston, but the bottom line, you're right. And when a team's down 11, they'll settle for the 3. They'll kick the field goal too. With this closing 2.5, they had every opportunity in the red zone. You're right.
Saints Bucks. We both took the Saints getting 5.5 points. We didn't think they could have the same turnover misfortune that they had in Chicago. They did. I mean, it was brutal. Saints are in the penalty box. Titans, Colts. I leaned Titans getting 14 points. They actually played pretty good in the first half, but that was it. Cowboys, Broncos. I leaned to the over and to the Cowboys. Over was good. Cowboys were not. Steelers, Packers. We both leaned Steelers getting 3 points. Their defense is old and slow, and they couldn't stop the Packers an inch in the second half. And then Commanders, Chiefs. I leaned Commanders getting 10 points. I thought they played good in the first half. They were like the Titans, good in the first half, got totally blown out of the water in the second half. I'm glad those were just leans because all 5 of my ATS leans did not hit. So for the week again, I was down 11.7 units because of the killer two teaser loss. Steve was down 1.7. Year to date, Steve's down 11.7. I'm down 6.6. We were 4-4 on our best bet. So we are still 34-24 on our best bets. That's a 59% strike rate. So make sure you're listening to our beloved best bets. More great stuff right after this. Those of you that listened or watched Saturday's sit down know that I gave out some winners, which by the way means you get signed autograph or a video card, press pass, whatever you want. I'm giving you the answer right now. The answer is westshorehome.com/Ross. Just get a free estimate. After you even schedule your free estimate, forward it to me, ross@rosstucker.com, and you have a terrific chance to be the winner. They got that buy one, get one sale going, which is incredible. You buy a full bath remodel and get a shower replaced and another bathroom free. Or buy a house full of windows and get an entry door free. Plenty of flexible financing options are available. And just for you guys, since you're a fan of the show and since I'm a fan of westshorehome.com/Ross, an exclusive discount of $500. Get the free estimate, forward it to me, ross@rosstucker.com, and win. On Fox 1, now you can stream your favorite live sports. So you can be there live for the biggest moments. They got the World Series going on right now. Obviously, NFL Sundays. Huge college football games, including big noon kickoff, and NASCAR. For those of you that like car racing, I've been to Daytona 500. I was in the pit. That is wild. Thoroughly enjoyed that experience. We all know live sports are amazing. It's what brings us all together. Yes, you can watch it later. It's not the same. Watch it live. Fox 1. We live for live. Streaming now. Steve, we move forward. This week's bets are presented by SixScore.com. It's the best injury information. They have a tremendous track record of what they've been able to get done just based on the injury information. It's ridiculous. It's Dr. Chow and his squad. SixScore.com, SportsInjuryCentral.com. Let's start with Thursday night, Steve. Ravens are laying 7.5 against the Dolphins. Totals 51.5. Harbaugh, the tricky Harbaugh, says that Lamar Jackson is going to play.
Yeah, and I take him at his word here. Ravens need the game like blood. Miami is no good, and they had their totally unpredictable contingent game last week. Miami's still a bad team. I'll put Baltimore in teasers. My teasers are all going to be 1 units going forward just because we're laying -125.
Man, I was going back and forth on this one. Dolphins looked awfully good, and I'm a little bit worried about Lamar Jackson's hamstring. But you're right. The Ravens will win. They need to win. Ravens -1.5 is a teaser leg for Steve and I. Best bet. What about the Vikings at the Lions? Vikings are getting 8.5. Totals 47.5.
You know, the fact that Vikings waited so long with McCarthy, I don't know how hurt he is, but they have no confidence in him, obviously, with putting Wentz out there with one shoulder. Lions are going to win, so we're going to tease the Lions, second of my teaser legs.
I would agree. This one I had no hesitation. I did have some hesitation Ravens-Dolphins because of how good the Dolphins looked and because of Lamar coming back from injury. None whatsoever with the Detroit Lions. You're exactly right. Vikings fans won't want to hear this, but the fact that J.J. McCarthy's over there jumping over receivers as they go out of bounds and looking very healthy, very spry, whereas they had Carson Wentz out there with his shoulder that needed to be operated on, that says something about something. Lions minus 2.5 is a teaser leg, and I think I'm 1 unit too, but I'm not sure yet. I got to wait till the end. Don't let me forget, Steve, to tell you how many units. What about the Colts and the Steelers? Colts are 3-point favorites on the road in Pittsburgh. Totals 49.5.
So I'm going to wait it out because I think the line's going to go up to 3.5. And when it does, I'll invest in Pittsburgh. I know they haven't been playing well, but Tomlin doesn't have losing seasons. He'll be heard from, but I'm not taking 3. It's not enough. I pass.
I will not be investing in Pittsburgh. I think there's a chance that the Colts put a number on the Steelers here. And in fact, I kind of like the over, Steve. I kind of like the over 49.5 because you know what? The Colts defense I don't think is that great. I'm going Indy, Pittsburgh, over 49.5, 2 units. I usually just go with you on total bets. I know that's a lot. I think the Colts offense is that good. I think the Steelers defense is that bad. And I think the Steelers offense is pretty good and Colts defense isn't very good. All right, what about my game for CBS, Steve? I'll be back in the NFL booth. So those of you guys checking out the Red Zone, the Chargers are laying 10 on the road against the Titans. Totals 43.5.
Yeah, by the way, in Pittsburgh, I think it's going to be okay. I'm just checking the weather on that. Possible weather. I'm not betting on the Titans. I'm going to tell you why. End of the half, Titans played a good first half. They're in, I guess, borderline field goal range. They bring out Sly. They try a 59-yarder with 6 seconds left. Drives me crazy. Crazy. How can these billion-dollar corporations be so stupid? You got 6 seconds. Pretend to run a Hail Mary and throw a 7-yard out pattern. 6 seconds is an eternity. And, of course, Sly pushes his field goal wide. And it's just like, get an analytics department, Titans. You guys have no idea what you're doing. I'm not betting on you.
I think and how many downs was it? I forget.
First or second down. But there was 6 seconds left.
What about 5 seconds, Steve?
5 seconds is borderline. It's still an eternity. You still have plenty of time. If the guy's not open, you have a competent quarterback. Whammo, you throw it out of bounds. It's fine.
4 seconds.
Nope. Got to kick the field goal.
Okay. All right. I wanted to know where we were at here. All right. What about, I got nothing on that game. If it went to 10.5, I'd probably lean Titans because of how they looked in the first half, but I don't know. They're a tough team to bet on, to Steve's point. What about the Falcons and the Patriots? The total's 44.5. The Falcons are getting 5.5, but they're in the penalty box for me.
Yeah, this is going to be a difficult one to make. I'm going over the 44.5. New England, Drake May's awesome. That offense is awesome. And I know Atlanta was horrendous on offense and defense. But they'll be working on the offense all week long after that atrocity. I'm going to go over 44.5, 2 units.
Over 44.5, 2 units for Steve for the Patriots and the Falcons, to which I would say absolutely not. I am not doing that. And if anything, I would just lean to the Patriots laying the 5.5 because I kind of hate the Falcons right now. And I know you're not supposed to bet emotionally, but I think the Patriots are that good. I think the Falcons are on, as my buddy would call them, fraud alert. All right, Panthers, Packers. How about this one, Steve? The Panthers are getting 12.5. Total is 45.5.
I got to pass this game. I'm worried Green Bay's played with their food in a lot of games. The Cleveland game, the Cincinnati game. Packers are really good, but I just don't know if we get their full effort. I'll lean Carolina.
I'm going to put 1 unit on the Carolina Panthers because not only are the Packers coming off the game where they beat Aaron Rodgers and Love played great, and oh yes, we beat Aaron Rodgers. You know who the Packers play next week? They play the Eagles on Monday Night Football. This is like, if there's ever a look-ahead game or a look-pass game, it's this game. Give me the Panthers, who just got humbled. Give me them getting the 12.5 in Green Bay. I think the Panthers will put forth a better performance. What about the Broncos? They're getting 1.5 in Houston. Totals 39.5, Steve.
So this is the easiest game on the board. I have two teams with awesome defenses, and I got the Broncos questionable offense and a Texans team with no offense. The defenses have the major advantages. I'm going under 3 units.
Wow. Under 3 units for Steve. What about the Broncos as a teaser leg then?
I would not disagree with it at all. In fact, you talked me into it. I'll play him in a teaser leg.
All right, that's a low total, but I'm going to go with Steve. Denver, Houston, under the 39.5. I'm going to go 2 units. I'm not going 3 big ones. And we both like the Broncos up to 7.5 as a teaser leg. What about the Niners laying 2.5 at the Giants? Totals 48.5, Steve.
I don't know where the Giants are, emotionally with the Neighbors injury and the Scatterbo injury, and there's always discussions: is the stadium cursed? With the bad turf and everything. That was a killer emotionally. I would lean Niners.
Yeah, I'm not just leaning Niners. 2 units on the Niners. They're going to win that football game, and they'll win it by a field goal or more. 2 units, San Francisco minus 2.5. Bears are laying 2.5 at the Bengals. Totals 52.5, Steve.
Yeah, I just don't have a feel for how the Bengals are going to react to that. Just a meltdown, horrible loss. But I tell you this, we have 2 teams that are absolute over teams. Got to go over for 2 units.
Wow, over 52.5 for Steve, 2 units. That number's too high for me. I will tease the Bengals up to 8.5. I'm a little bit nervous that they're going to lay an egg after the Jets loss and let 1 loss become 2. But add them to my teaser legs. So that's now 4 teaser legs I have. Bengals up to 8.5. Saints are getting 13.5 in LA against the Rams. Totals 44.5.
Yeah, they're in the penalty box, and rightfully so. And I don't like the fact that we might get Shuck, right? I don't even know who's going to be quarterback for the Saints. I don't know if you've got an update yet, Ross. I'm going to pass.
I'd be surprised if it's not Shuck. I'm going to pass as well. I don't even have a lean. What about the Jaguars at the Raiders? Jags are laying 3 points. Totals 45.5.
All right. I was all set to go over because I thought I saw 44.5 on my screen. I guess I didn't update. But at 45.5, I will lean over. Raiders getting some weapons back and 2 bad defenses.
I mean, both teams coming off a bye. It's really hard to have a feel for them. I guess I can't even lean to the Raiders. I can't do it. I don't think they're good. All right, what about the marquee game here, Steve? It's Chiefs-Bills. It's in Buffalo. The Bills are getting 1.5. Totals 52.5.
Yeah, short week for the Chiefs. So Chiefs are my best team in the NFL, but Bills are within a field goal as good. So should be a very close game. I trust Buffalo if they get down 10 to make it a game. I will add the Bills in as teasers, absolutely.
Yep, that's a best bet for me. Teaser leg, Bills up to 7.5. Totals 52.5. We talked about that's 5 teaser legs for me, which means, like Steve, my teaser bets this week will be 1 unit grades. All right, what about the Seahawks at the Commanders? Seahawks are laying 3.5. Totals 45.5.
Yeah, that Washington second half was not good, where they just seemed to run out of gas and could not keep Kansas City out of the end zone. I got nothing on this game. I make it 3.5. I pass.
Yeah, I guess slight lean to the Commanders getting to 3.5, but McLaurin and Tunsil might both be hurt. Short week for the Commanders. Seahawks had a bye. Seahawks are awesome on the road. That is not a good formula. You know I love getting 3.5. I can't do it. Monday night, it's the Cardinals getting 2.5 at the Cowboys. High total of 54.5, Steve.
So I would not be surprised at all to see Arizona win this game, which means I have to add them in as teasers. Arizona is in my teaser portfolio.
Wow. I'm with you. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We are round robining those teaser legs. I have 6. I don't know how many Steve has. I think Steve has 4 or 5. 1 unit each, though, but I'm with you on Arizona. It looks like they'll get Kyler Murray back as well. Although I don't really know if that's good or bad. What I do know is good is going to patreon.com/RTmedia so that you see all of our beautiful bets in black and white. Patreon.com/RTmedia. Make sure notifications are on so you check out Thursday's show as well. Good luck, everybody. Hope you guys win some money.
Thanks for tuning in to Even Money. Make sure to also check out the Ross Tucker Football Podcast, Fantasy Feast, and College Draft, all on the DraftKings Network, YouTube, or subscribe to the podcast on your favorite platform.